How are you? If you are new to me, my name is Brandon Elrich, and I have a few publications, but my main one is Brandon Elrich is So Gay. And Elrich Unraveling is my newer publication. It's for fiction and poetry. But I usually go live on Tuesdays. I do a program called Tuesdays with Two Gays with Sturge, but he's got stuff going on. But I thought I might as well just go on by myself. And I've also been thinking about doing a kind of a short, what I'm calling it Daily Gaily, which is basically I was inspired by Sue Reed. If you don't know Sue Reed, she's a confidence coach on Substack. She's really good. I love all her content and I love watching her videos and stuff. So if you don't know who she is, you should check her out. But she started this daily gratitude thing where she was is going on every day, or at least um, publishing something every day that's something positive, like something she's grateful for. I'm sure you've heard people recommending like to do list things that you're grateful for every day, and it helps like relieve stress and not focus so much on the negative, especially if you're prone to depression. But um, kind of partly on her um, going off of that, kind of being inspired by that, I wanted to do kind of a daily thing, just check in and I'm using gaily as happy in this case because my even though my publication is Brandon Elrich is So Gay, that's more on the LGBTQ plus side of things, but also gay means happy, and so it's kind of a double meaning kind of thing. But anyway, I wanted to go on every day. I wanted to start on the June 1st, which of course was yesterday, because that's the beginning of Pride Month. But if you've been following any of my notes or anything else that I've been putting out there, you know that I had a tooth extraction last week, and uh, this is not something I was looking forward to. It was not the best experience. They had a lot of trouble getting my tooth out, and I ended up having a dry socket. It was infected, a whole mess. So I had to go back to the dentist. I know it sounds like I'm I'm not being very positive right now, but this is just what happened. But I needed to go back to the dentist, and I ended up the dentist that I went to for the extraction was not in the office yesterday, so I had to go to a different one. But here's where the positive part works out. So I traveled to this other dentist, and um, oh, hello, Margaret. Hello, Deborah Mazzarelli, and Ore. Um, anyway, I got this tooth extraction, didn't go well, had a dry socket, was in pain. I knew it. I looked at it with a flashlight in the mirror and I was like, this does not look right. I could tell. And so I called the after hours clinic and talked to a nurse, and they asked me a bunch of questions. I wasn't running a fever or anything. It wasn't that bad, but I knew something wasn't right. I was pretty sure it was a dry socket. And I really wanted to avoid that because I had heard stories about people with having dry sockets, and it's very painful, awful. Anyway, I so I had to go to this new dentist, The positive part is I really liked the new dentist that I saw. She was very, she seemed a lot more, I don't know if I want to say a lot more knowledgeable, but she explored other possibilities about other things going on. And she explained everything in great detail about what she was doing and asked me a lot of questions and asked if I was comfortable with certain things and wanted to ask, so do you want to know what I'm going to be doing before I do it, or you just want me to do it? And I was like, just do it. I think it'd be better I'll just lay back and close my eyes and you just do whatever you need to do. And she asked if I wanted the shot for numbing or any and all that because she had to clean it all out. It was infected. Ugh, just a whole mess. But I was like, yeah, give me the shot because I don't know how painful it's going to be to clean it all out. Um, anyway, she did a great job. I loved her. I guess you would call it bedside manner, um, chair side manner. Um, but that was what the positive thing that came out of it. I I got to have this new experience. This new dentist was, and the other dentist wasn't bad. He wasn't unfriendly. He was just a lot less engaging, I guess I would say. Hello, Samu. Um, so I think next time I'm probably gonna go to this new lady. Even though it's a little farther away, she's still in network. You know how that goes for your insurance. If you're not familiar, if you have certain insurance, you've got to I don't make a lot of money, so I'm on Medicaid, and I have to choose somebody that's in network. Um, anyway, so next time I think I'm gonna go to her. I really like the way I really like her procedures and thing, the way she does things. It turned out okay, and even now I have the pain medication and everything, but I don't even really. Last time I took it, I was like, I'm not sure I really even need it, but I took it anyway just in case. I don't want to go through starting to have pain and then have to take it and wait till that kicks in. So all that to say that I'm very grateful. For those of you who just joining, I talked at the beginning about doing this daily gaily kind of thing, which is kind of a daily gratitude. I was inspired by Sue Reed. Margaret knows Sue well. She's a great person, but she started this daily gratitude kind of thing, and I've seen other people kind of be inspired by that also and decide to kind of take up that mantle, I guess. And I think that's really, really cool. I think she's kind of started a movement. I mean, I'm sure maybe other people do it on Substack, kind of a daily gratitude thing. I haven't seen all that much of it, but it may be out there. They have to look for it. But I wanted to try this. And oh, again, I said earlier that I wanted to start it on June 1st, first day of Pride Month. But yesterday is when I went to have uh, the dry socket taken care of and all that mess. I was stressed out early in the morning and I had to go there and got that done and came back, got my medication and took a long nap. And I just, I would, I got, I didn't even think about it actually after all that. My intentions went out the window. So, that happens sometimes, but it's not a big deal. Just because I wanted to start it on the first day of the month doesn't mean it had to happen that way. So I'm starting it today. And I don't know if I'll do it at the same time every day. I haven't decided that part. I just wanted to go on for just a little while each day and talk about something that's gay in a happy way, happy gay, you know? So that's my positive thing for today. And hopefully I'll be back with Sturge next week because he's, like I said earlier, he's got stuff going on, just couldn't do it. So, you know, sometimes life happens and that's the way it is. Oh, hello, Ben. Well, you missed my horrible tooth extraction story, but if you're ever if you ever had tooth problems, it's just better not to hear it. Um, let's see, Jurassic butt relations. Oh, let me see. Is that relevant? Jurassic butt relations. Uh, I'm really trying to make that work, but um, Jurassic. Mm, I can't do it. I'm not thinking it. Are we not doing Mad Libs? No, this is not a Mad Libs. I typically do the Mad Libs on Sunday nights. Oh, hello, Mac. Thanks for coming in. Um, yeah, today is I put in the title Tuesdays Too Gay because usually I do a Tuesdays with two gays with Sturge, but he couldn't be here today, so I just decided to come on myself, and that didn't sound right. Come on myself. I decided to go live by myself and uh, do a daily gaily kind of thing um, because Sue Reed is doing this like daily gratitude thing, and a lot of people are kind of being inspired by that. And I was like, I've been thinking about this for a while, doing a daily gaily. I wasn't sure exactly what it was going to be, but kind of being inspired by her daily gratitude, I thought I'd share something gay as in happy, double meaning though, because obviously it's just one gay. Who's too gay? I sometimes, maybe I'm too gay. I don't know. Maybe I'm excessively gay. I don't think I am, but some people might say so. That's why I also put a question mark by it. Too gay? Question mark. So maybe the answer is no. Um, yeah, the Jurassic butt relations. I'm not sure that really goes with the tooth extraction story or the dry socket. Mm, I don't know. I'd have to think on that a while before I could weave that into this subject matter. But sorry, try again next time. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But did it make you feel something? It did. It did make me feel something. It was an evocative image. It was. I guess I could. Oh, yeah, I could do that. Jurassic butt relations. I mean, that's it made me happy. It was amusing. So that part of it works. That's the daily gaily part, the happy part. There you go. Thank you for contributing appropriately to this conversation. Um, yeah. Oh, I've been hearing. I think you mentioned Obsession, the movie Obsession, and after you mentioned it, I've heard it from like a few different people that have recommended it, saying it was uh, it was really good, or they're really anticipating seeing it. So based on all of that, I'm really intrigued now, and I kind of want to see it. A friend of mine mentioned it. I'm thinking she might want to go see it. Obsession was unbelievable. Backrooms even better. Backrooms. I'm not sure what that's referring to. Backrooms. Backrooms? Is that a different movie? Or seeing it in a back room? I'm not sure what kind of places you're going to see these movies. Oh, name of the movie. Okay. Backrooms. Oh, okay. Backrooms just came out. I'll have to look that one up. I don't think I've heard that one yet. Hmm. Interesting. I do really like thrillers. I'm not so much into the um graphic horror like the like Saw. Don't like those at all. All the just the torture and gore. Not into that. But I do really like thrillers and suspense. Love those. Just came out, had A24's biggest opening night in history. Oh wow, I like A24. I can't recall like right off the top of my head the movies that I've seen out of that company, but I know I've seen some. I've seen that label A24. Mm. And I get a positive impression from it. Like I think I is does it are they associated at all with M. Night Shyamalan maybe? For some reason I connect those, but it could be I could just be making that up. Anyway, doesn't really matter, I guess. Um it's truly unique. Thrilled to see where that director goes. He's only 20 and it might be my favorite horror movie of the last few years. Okay. Um I know you really liked Sinners. M. Night and A24 have a similar energy, but not sure an overlap. Oh, okay. Yeah, that may be just what I'm thinking then. Just reminded me of his movies and his daughters, I guess, because I saw the one that she directed, and that was I really like that one too. So, well, this turned into a kind of a movie talk, but that's fine. Who cares? I would be happy to see a nice movie, a good movie. Well, um, I don't need to stay on here all day. I was just gonna come on and give a little talk about what's going on. I put out an article yesterday about music and musical connections. Um, oh yeah, and I actually mentioned two of the people in here, Margaret and uh, Mac. I mentioned in that article because I was on a live with Margaret a few weeks ago. We talked about finding our voice through music. It was a great conversation. Loved it. I played the piano. She sang. It was awesome. Hello, Narrow D. Oh, Hereditary, Midsummer. Oh, well, okay. Yes, yes, yes. I saw, I saw Midsummer, for the first time just last year, I think. Hereditary, I just saw a few months ago. Oh man, that was crazy. That was really good though. Moonlight, awesome. Civil War and Uncut. I haven't seen Uncut Gems. Haven't seen Civil War, but anyway, yes, Neuro D. Margaret is great. Um, yeah. So anyway, I also had a live with Fiona Bridges and Elijah Weston, and we talked about their karaoke. They do a karaoke thing several times, or they came up with a karaoke thing, I guess. I think Stefan Pasek is is kind of uh, doing it now, but um, Elijah and Fiona are often in there. But a lot of people go in there for karaoke, and I think Mac is. doing his own karaoke thing too, if I'm not mistaken. I know he plays a lot of music stuff. Um, anyway, Nero says So will be online to karaoke tonight. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that too. Yeah, I mentioned So in my article because I sang at her birthday karaoke, and my audio wasn't great, so I re-recorded the song that I sang, and I posted that video in my article yesterday too. I'm not recommending that you watch it. I'm not the best singer, but I did it. So there you go. Um, I've sung a few times in karaoke, but I I don't often sing in front of people. I don't know. It's just a self-esteem, self-worth kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not confident with my voice, my singing voice. But anyway, today I put out an article of a poem, a little limerick that was a lot of fun. So if you want to check that out, that's on my other publication, Elrich Unraveling. And then tomorrow I've got one coming out about pride parades. So look for that in the morning. Can't think of anything else. Oh, I published the audio of yesterday's article today, so that's posted as an audio podcast if you prefer listening instead of reading. Nero says, sorry, I missed her B-Day karaoke. I have a lot going on. Haven't been able to attend this many live streams lately. Yeah. Hello, Norm. Happy Pride. Thank you, Nero D. Happy Pride. Happy Pride to everyone. Oh, that's another thing that's coming up. Obviously, well, I mentioned Pride Month is started yesterday, but this weekend is Kansas City Pride Fest. So I'm planning on attending that. I'll probably go live for part of it, show you around a little bit what's going on there. So I did a Midwest Pride tour last year, and I went to Kansas City, St. Louis, Springfield, Topeka, Kansas, and um, Omaha, Nebraska. I think that was all of them. So I went live at all of those events to show all the different ways that the Midwest celebrates Pride. And I was hoping it would be kind of a novel thing that a lot of people would want to see. It didn't. I mean, the videos were great. People showed up. I kind of was hoping I would also monetize with that since I had to do all that traveling and expense and everything. Didn't work out that way. Um, I don't know. It's hard to get paid subscribers sometimes on this platform. But I keep showing up. I'm very consistent. I I've been publishing 2 articles a week for over a year now. Monday and Wednesday, and an audio podcast on the weekend. And then for starting this year, I started a new publication every Tuesday and Thursday. I publish a poem and a short story, staying consistent with that. Always going live, I usually go several times throughout the week, at least once a week with another creator in an interview. But yeah, I'd say, I mean, I've got to back to the daily gratitude. I have more paid subscribers than some people, so I comparatively I'm doing well in that respect, but I'm still not at the point where it's a sustainable income. I've still got to go outside of that for, to pay my bills and whatnot. So I'd like to turn this, what could be considered a hobby, since I'm not making as much, into a legitimate business. Have you taken Beggaring 101 yet? It's important. Beggaring 101. I have not taken that. Do you offer that course, Ben? I will sign up for it, especially if it's free. Oh, hello, Yanni. Yeah, sometimes that's kind of what you have to do on this platform. I guess I'm not very good at marketing myself. Um, there's some people who are a lot better at it than I am. But yeah, sometimes it feels like you kind of have to beg for paid subscribers. Um, oh, if I did, I'd have that check mark. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm I guess, I mean, again, back to the gratitude thing. I'm fortunate. I have 3 different publications that have paid subscribers. I've got my Brandon Elrich is So Gay, Elrich Unraveling, and The Gay Pussycat Lover. They all 3 have paid subscribers, but not, it's still, it still only amounts to uh, a small amount annually. So it's definitely not a full-time income. But anyway, Yanni says, I struggle there too. Maybe we need a collective that can help market each other. Well, there are people that do that. Um, I don't know if I should call out exactly who they are, but I know there's at least one group that's kind of a conglomerate, uh, and they show each other's subscribers amounts and everything. Each individual doesn't have all that many, but because they're part of this group, it shows that they have thousands, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. So it's a little, I would say it's a little misleading in a way. But I guess it helps them grow. I, you know, if you want to, it depends on how you feel about that. Then there are individuals also. I know at least a couple of individuals that frequently cross post and guest post each other's articles. That's a way to help each other grow. I've done a little bit of that. I've done some collaborations, and that does definitely help. I've done several collaborations with Ginger Cook. I did one with Smilu, and I'm blanking right now, but I've done a bunch of them. I just, for some reason, those are the 2 that first popped into my head. So anyway, Nero said, even though I'm living paycheck to paycheck, I just stopped having paid subs on my platform. Took off a lot of pressure that I don't want to deal with right now. Yeah, that's completely understandable. Oh, NeuroD says, heck, gotta go. It was nice seeing you. Oh, well, thanks. If you're still in here, thanks for coming in. Have a great day. Yanni, yeah, the sharing subs, kind of sketchy. Yeah. Um, and I've heard from one of those creators, and they admitted, they were on video and admitted that, yeah, I don't have that many subscribers, but because I'm part of this group, it shows that I do. So I guess, they were forthcoming with that aspect of it. So it's not that, at least with that individual, they weren't trying to hide anything about it. Um, they were admitting that, yeah, the numbers look different. And actually, I was part of that group for a while. I was part of a collective with Wendy the Druid. And because I was part of that collective, it showed my follower amounts were like at 5,000 or something, 5,000 people. And, but she left the platform. She's still on here, but as far as the collective goes, she moved to Beehive. And so then my follower amount went back down to where it accurately shows how many followers I have. But yeah, anyway, I've got over 1,000, which is I'm happy with that. I was kind of hoping that I would be farther along than I am after being here over a year. But again, it's all relative because I've heard from other people. I've seen other people post on the platform that they've been here for, I don't know. I It seems like I saw somebody that said they'd been here for like 5 years and they just got their first paid sub. So I was like, that's kind of an eye opener. It's like I wouldn't have that patience if I needed the income and I were trying to do this for the income. I wouldn't have lasted that long. And I'm still here just because I have paid subscribers. Because this, let me tell you, this takes a lot of work. I'm on here a lot. I really work on my articles. I try to make them as good as they can be, and because I feel like I owe that to people, especially people who are paying to read me. Um, yeah, the sharing subs kind of sketchy. I do a lot of with Scare Stack. I guess. Oh, I think I heard that mentioned not too long ago. I guess collective was the wrong word there. I need to get ready going soon. Same with Medium. YouTube vet. Trust me, I know a lot. Trust me, I know about soul sucking. Yeah. Ben says, yes, this platform is a soul sucking hellhole, brother. I'm telling you. It can be. I try not to let it get to me. Um, I don't have as much problem as some people as far as negative comments and trolls and things like that. So again, that's a positive aspect. I don't get a whole lot of that. I've gotten a couple of people that have said negative things, and one of them, in response to one of them, I wrote an article and I got a paid subscriber out of it. So in the article or in a response, I kind of thanked that person like, well, hey, you may have intended this for something negative, but I got something out of it. So there you go. Yeah, YouTube. Oh, YouTube. Horrible. Let me tell you. I've gotten I've seen a lot more negative comments on YouTube than I have on Substack. Ben says, I just find it an extremely economical, stifling, and anti-creativity environment. Yeah, I know. I've heard your rants before, but I still enjoy it. I really like one thing I really like about it is the diversity. Like when I first came here, I wasn't planning on doing any kind of audio podcast or video or anything like that. And once I just kind of discovered it, I really started enjoying it. So I do like the fact that I can do so many things in one place. Like I don't have to write on Medium and then go to YouTube for video and somewhere else for audio and whatnot. So I really do appreciate that they have so many things in one place where I'm not having to keep track of so many different platforms because that gives me that's a little bit of trouble for me. It's really hard for me to juggle more than one platform. I'm still on Medium, I just had an article actually been published. The article that I had, I think that came out yesterday. So if you're on Medium, you can go check out my profile there. Yanni says there's a lot wrong with YouTube: trolls, lack of discovery, completely inconsistent views. Yeah, I have found it's very difficult to grow an audience on YouTube. It's been much easier to grow it on Substack. And the other thing I appreciate about Substack is that it automatically uploads to places like YouTube and puts clips on my LinkedIn profile. And, you know, um, if I had, I mean, I have a Twitter account, but X account, whatever you want to call it. I have one, but don't ever touch it. I have like 2 followers on there because it's ridiculous. I don't mess with that. But I do put my stuff on TikTok, and I've got a decent amounts of views on that. But yeah, YouTube, I get a bunch of views on there, but doesn't convert into subscribers, and I'm not at the point where I can monetize there. I think it would take quite a while at the rate I'm going before I could monetize. I'm just not. I'm not focused on that one. Um, as hard it is, as difficult as it is to get gain paid subscribers on Substack, I think it is easier than on somewhere like YouTube. Because and plus, I I put out so much different content. I think I'm kind of appealing to a bunch of different types of people. I like to uh, refer back to Jenny O'Connor's uh, uh, term. It's not her term, I guess. I've seen it other places, but she often refers to multi-passionates. And if you don't like to read, you can watch my videos, my baking videos, whatever. If you don't like the videos, you can unsubscribe from that kind of stuff and you can just read my articles because I still do that. Like I said, I'm consistent with my articles every week. And that's all you want to do, that's fine. You can unsubscribe to the other stuff and vice versa. Then I've got the audio stuff. So I feel like I'm appealing to a broad range of people, and I've been able to sustain it for over a year. So I'm hoping that consistency will carry me forward, upward, and onward. We'll see. Yanni says, I'm looking into multiple income streams, even considering going back to Twitch. I've heard of Twitch. I'm not on there. I don't know. I really don't know anything about it. I need to use my decentralized platforms too. I've been doing YouTube on and off for 9 years. Oh, and I'm still not monetized. Oh, wow. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. That's kind of what I'm looking at mine. I'm like, the slow growth that I've seen just with my videos on there. I get subscribers every once in a while, but nowhere near the amount that you need. And the I guess it's the viewing hours. That's part of it too. I think you have to be at a certain number of subscribers and a certain amount of have a certain amount of viewing hours. That's it's just not happening there. But the one reason I stay on there is because I don't have to really do much. It's, as I said, for Substack, automatically, if you've got your account linked, they automatically upload your videos on there. So it's like, well, I mean, it's less work for me. Might as well let that happen. I really appreciate that part of it. I also appreciate Substack's uh, the AI uh, cut videos, the clips, because I've been here being over a year. I was here when I was clipping my own videos, trying to go through and find a good spot and clip the video and download that and such. And now I don't have to do any of that. They're pretty good most of the time. Some of their videos are crap, like their clips. Some of them just don't turn out right at all. They cut me off in the middle of the sentences and things like that. But for the most part, I've been pretty happy with the clips that they create. So there's another positive thing. Try to stay positive. You know, if you don't, you your soul gets sucked out. I think it's 500 subs, 4,000 hours for videos. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not at 500 subs. I think I might have over 100 now. I don't even remember. Obviously, I'm not too concerned about it. 4,000 hours for videos. I have no idea how many hours of watch time my videos have. As a video editor, those AI clips, holy shit, that's a time saver. Oh, I know. I know. Yeah, I've man, trying to clip my own videos, that was just a nightmare. And it took so long to download them sometimes. Well, on Substack at least, when I was clipping certain things, it was like, and sometimes I'd have to start over and stuff, and it was just horrible. I'm so glad they automated that. Yeah, I agree with you, Yanni. Such a time saver. Manpreet says, I have nearly 5,000 followers on LinkedIn and 1,000 plus on Substack, thinking to go on YouTube. Oh, yeah. I mean, the only thing is, I don't know how you can bring any of those subscribers automatically over to YouTube. I don't know if there's a way to do that. Maybe there is, and I'm just not aware of it. I have a bunch. I have quite a few on LinkedIn. I've got a bunch of followers on there. I've never done that great on LinkedIn. My videos don't get a whole lot of engagement, but again, I do appreciate LinkedIn for the business aspect of it because I've gotten a few different freelance writing jobs and they've all been from LinkedIn. So I appreciate that. But oh, Yanni said you can't do it automatically, but you can promote the hell out of it. Usually the click through is about 8 to 10%, I think. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know that I didn't think there was any way you could bring over subscribers to YouTube, but no, I hadn't looked into it that much. Um but yeah, I could promote my YouTube videos, I guess, on LinkedIn, and that might connect some more people. I'll have to look at that. Um, well, I appreciate you bringing that up because I could post some YouTube videos on LinkedIn. I mean, the Substack shorts are oftentimes they're uploaded onto LinkedIn, but and I've looked at my Substack stats and seen uh, some traffic from LinkedIn. So it's not a complete waste of time for me to put them on there. And I upload my articles there too. But it's definitely not as much as other places. But anyway, a lot of things that you could work on. And man, you could spend so much time delving into your stats and trying to figure things out. But I feel like it can be, you can't predict what's going to happen. Even by looking at all your stats and everything, there are still variables that you can't account for. Um, Oh, I had to stop automatically posting to LinkedIn, Yanni says, because sometimes the podcasts get raunchy. Well, that's true. There are some of mine that have been that way too. Man, Preet says I post mini write posts 4 days a week on LinkedIn. Oh, yeah. I post my articles, links to my articles on LinkedIn. I want to try a Claude bot that would show me my stats on all platforms and what I should be looking at more on each platform. Yeah, that probably would be helpful. I've heard of some people using some LLMs to analyze their publications. I haven't done that yet. Um, it might be something I need to resort to. I don't know. But anyway, I really, this conversation went in a completely different direction that I had intended, but that's fine. I appreciate all the engagement I've had in the chat. Claude, I trust the most with data correlation. Claude, okay. I'll have to look at that. I do a little freelance work as an AI evaluator and prompt writer. I've done audio prompts and things like that. And with this one company, I have access to several different LLMs that I can just kind of play with. So I could probably use that to use one of them to analyze. And I could use Claude in that one. That's one of there's a bunch. I didn't know how many there really were, but there are a bunch of them that are available. Um, I'll have to look at the Claude and see if I can test out its abilities to analyze. Anyway, I don't know. We'll see. I don't use AI in my writing. It just I don't know. I like originality and creativity, so I just I just don't. Sometimes I ask it for ideas and they're usually terrible. But especially since I write in the humor category, AI is not funny. I was talking to this talking about this to another humor writer not too long ago. And if you ask AI for jokes and humor ideas, they're not good. But the good thing is you can look at them and say, okay, that's stupid, but I know how I could change that to make it good. So it can spark something to for your for an original idea. But using what they give you, no, forget it. Yanni says I use it as an editor sometimes, mostly for grammar. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I have Grammarly turned on. I have a free version of Grammarly, and it automatically tells me if I have misspell a word or if there's something grammatically incorrect about it, and that's helpful. I appreciate that because that saves time too. And there's nothing wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with using it for something like that. It does okay with horror, but being a splatterpunk writer, splatterpunk, I haven't heard that term. You can't really use the mainstream ones for ideas. Splatterpunk. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that term. Of course, I don't write in the horror genre either, but that's interesting. Yeah. Well, splatterpunk is kind of more graphic. Well, yeah, that's kind of the impression I got from it. With the splatter part, at least. Right, the violence. Right. I know. I knew what you meant there. Um, well, anyway, um, I'm almost at I really wasn't planning on being on here this long. I was just going to come on for I don't know, like 10 or 15 minutes and just talk about something positive that's happened to me and do my daily gaily as I had called it. But it turned into a completely um, versatile conversation, I guess, an eclectic conversation talking about different platforms and how to monetize and movies. We talked about movies and Jurassic. What was it? What was Ben's phrase? But Jurassic, but something. Hmm, can't remember now. Oh, Alexi says I had a dream with the thing specifical effects. Muscly men going to forest. Okay, that's completely different direction there too. Um, and, I've read several dream analysis books, and I really, I really get into dream analysis. I thought about doing some kind of podcast or something about dream analysis, but um, as you've heard earlier in this program, I've got a lot of stuff going on, so I'm not sure that I really need to add another thing. Like perfume genius die for you, Freud or Jung one? Um, well, I mean, I don't. I like Freud. I think some of his theories are cool, like the id, ego, and superego. I think is a really unique take on your consciousness, your different levels, different aspects of your consciousness. I I like that. I like that theory. I don't necessarily think that everything is everything you dream or everything about you has to do with sexuality or how how you were treated by your mother or but I think he was a brilliant guy. um oh, Yanni says that could be fun. I wish I had more time to produce co-host more podcasts. Yeah, Yanni, I need to have you on with me sometime if you want to. I don't think we've been on a live video together as far as I ever remember. Oh yeah, Yanni, Yanni says sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. Yeah, yeah. There are different types of dreams that people have. You can put them in different categories, but I won't get into all that right now. But it's still something to think about. Maybe even I could probably do like once a month kind of thing, talking about dreams and stuff. I kind of wanted to do a publication where people would write in with their dreams and I would analyze it for them or give my interpretation of them at least. Um, hell yeah, I think we could have a good on-screen chemistry. Yeah, yeah. I've been into several of your videos and you've been into mine as well. So I think we kind of have a sense of what each other does. If you're open on Fridays, I can slip you on Obsidian Hour for a segment or two. Yeah, Fridays normally I'm pretty free. A lot of times on Fridays I might do a baking video, but I mean, obviously that's 1 hour out of the day, sometimes less. But yeah, I could I could definitely make something work. Yeah. Yes, you'll be in touch. Absolutely. You've got my number. Well, in a sense, you know what I mean. Daddy-O, cool Freudian slip explains a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's another thing. Yeah, I do like his the Freudian slip idea. What am I baking? Well, it's something different every week. Um Sometimes I come up with original recipes. I've done enough cooking, baking and stuff that I can like cheesecakes. I can come up with an original recipe for a cheesecake. I don't need a recipe for that. But and I do some just cooking, like I can make a sweet potato hash. Um, I sometimes I just make things up, and sometimes I use recipe books or recipes. Sometimes people, like subscribers, will send me recipes and recommend something, and I'll do that. And then a lot of time, most of the time, I would say, if I have a recipe, I will alter it in some way to make it what I like or what I prefer. Um, but anyway, I it's something different all the time. I have this recipe book that I found in my great aunt's stuff. It's from 1976. It's a bicentennial cookbook that their ladies group put together. It's just a homemade it's a homemade recipe book. It's called the I think it was called the Avid. Oh, I've got it right here. Oh, I don't have the cover though. But it's called the Avondale Bicentennial Cookbook. Avondale, I guess, was the name of their ladies group at the time. My grandma and great aunt, a bunch of their friends got together, and it was kind of a, I don't know what you would call a homemakers club, kind of, because back then it was um, the women of the home usually didn't have careers or jobs outside of the home, and they would get together though. I think it was monthly, and I'm not sure what they did. Obviously, create cookbooks for one thing, but I know they would, like, sometimes they would sing songs or have some kind of presentation or something like that. But um, anyway, they created this cookbook, and there's some very unique recipes in there. I've made a couple of them, and one of them wasn't all that great. It was a Ritz cracker pie. Not gonna make that one again. But it wasn't terrible. It was just like I don't know. It was just this sweet, chewy pie kind of thing. Uh, I don't know. It was a little odd. I didn't love it, but you know, you try and you see how things go. Um, oh, Yanni says, oh, Manpreet says Avondale was the name of my area in New Zealand. Oh, well, that's interesting. Well, this definitely wasn't in New Zealand, but that is cool. I remember when the Chamber of Commerce would create a cookbook with the citizens of the town. Oh yeah, I've seen something like that too. Alexi says last recipe I did rice seafood ketchup. Ketchup? Oh, I don't know about that one. Oh, hello Shayla. Shayla says sometimes those cookbooks were sold as fundraisers. Oh yeah, that very well could have been what this one was too. Um, Raise funds for their group. I think a lot of times they would do community work and uh, ha- donate to certain causes and that kind of thing. But oh Ben, will you still do an episode on good foods for boofing? Oh Ben, an episode on good foods for boofing. I will consider it. First I'm gonna have to figure out what boofing is. We did one through school like that. Boofing? Do you still consider watermelons boof safe? I would say yes. I would say watermelons are boof safe if you do it correctly. Um, that's that's my answer to that. All right. Well, um, oh here's one recipe I used last week because of this tooth thing. If you were here earlier, you heard me talking about my tooth extraction. So I was on soft foods, and kind of still am this week because of the dry socket and everything. Anyway, I made this. I don't know if you can see it. Sweet potato pudding. I mean, it looks backwards in my phone to me, but hopefully it's. Oh yeah, it looks like you can see it straight there. Sweet potato pudding. It's hard to see, but it wasn't bad. Oh, Fiona, I didn't see you come in. Sometimes it does that to me all the time. When I go into somebody's live and I start talking, they're like, "Oh, hey, I didn't see you come in." Like sometimes Substack doesn't announce me. I need to be announced. There needs to be like a trumpet fanfare or something to say that I have entered your live chat. That doesn't happen. I'm not sure why. Some Substack needs to figure that out. But until then, I guess I'll just have to announce myself when I come into people's lives. Oh, my Ben says my doctor advised against all boofing after my last boofing incident, but I'm skeptical. Well, doctors are always right. I say it depends on how long ago the boofing was. I say go ahead and boof. Um, Fiona says I agree. I want a theme song. Yeah, I'll have to think about that. What would my theme song be? Hmm, that's a good question to consider. I can't think of anything right now. Basket Case comes to mind by Green Day. I think that one would probably be my theme song. Yeah. Anyway, well, I've been on here an hour. Wasn't expecting that. Didn't think I'd have enough to say, but you guys in the chat helped me out because you have really, really been providing all kinds of different subjects. So I appreciate that. Oh, I swear one of these days I'm gonna get my shit together. I don't know that one either. I don't know which song that belongs to. I'm sure you could Google it and it would come right up with it. Come right up with it. That sounds right. Well, anyway, this has been Tuesday, Too Gay or the Daily Gaily. And if you're not subscribed to me, I would appreciate if you did. Even if it's a free subscription to start out, then you can upgrade later, right? All right. Well, thanks everybody for coming in. I appreciate all of your contributions, especially the Jurassic butt, whatever it was, Jurassic butt something. I don't know. Oh, Fiona. Oh, is Sturge? Yeah, I was saying earlier, Sturge couldn't. He's got stuff going on and couldn't be here today. So, but I decided I was gonna go. We took a break last week, but I decided to go on today just by myself. And yeah, I was also talking about doing a daily gaily thing, at least for the month of June, and see how that goes. But there we go. You can watch the replay if you missed the beginning of this. I'm sure you'll want to. But yeah. Oh, thank you, Fiona. Good to see your lovely face. Well, it's good to see your lovely name. Thank you all for coming in. I will see you tomorrow for another daily gaily, at least for this month. May not go on this long. I don't know. We'll see. Who knows what's going to happen? All right. See you later. Bye.